Hey, how are ya? My name is Thomas, and welcome to my channel, Are We NPC?
We're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
Shogun Showdown. This turn-based roguelike is a blast to play, and planned to release in Q2 of 2023, so just around the corner. I've been playing the demo, aka the Prologue, and simply put, this roguelike has a lot of charm. Personally, I am a huge fan of the pixel art, cel-shading design of this game. Players take on the role as the Wanderer in feudal Japan, where they must fight their way through mobs of samurai and other dangerous enemies on their path to take down the ultimate shogun. Stylistically, this game is beautiful and atmospheric. The music is a mix of electronic synths and punchy drums, accompanied by the classic koto stringed instruments that underpin early Japanese music. Shogun Showdown mechanically plays on a grid of tiles, where you must plan and strategize every movement you make, in a turn-based style. Each turn lets you do one of a few things: ready an attack, change your character's direction, move a tile, or attack using the weapons you have queued. A major mechanic I learned the hard way is positioning and guarding tiles. The worst thing you can do is get trapped in a corner. But later in the game, you unlock the ability to switch tiles with an enemy next to you every 4 turns, which will greatly play into the defensive tactics you have available, like causing an enemy to attack their own teammate. However, more capabilities will be unlocked through your weapons as you spend skulls to unlock new ones. This includes a grapple hook, a curse, and the bow, to name a few, that allow you to redirect enemies and their attacks. The game offers a total of 28 different weapons for you to collect, but just like every other roguelike, there is a randomness to how you acquire and upgrade said weapons. In the prologue, we have access to one character, called the Wanderer. They start with a double-wielded sword attack and bow and arrow. This is only one of 3 different playable characters at launch, and throughout your run, you will make stops along your path to the Shogun to upgrade your weapon attack power, lower attack, cooldown timers, and a plethora of other things to keep you scaled in power and utility. One thing to note is during my playtime I was not limited to a certain number of attacks or weapons in my collection. From what I know, a single run will allow you to collect as many weapons as you please, even duplicates, which you can then mod to be drastically different from each other. Players move across an overworld, which kind of reminds me of the Super Mario look, where you progress tiles linearly. Players will land on combat tiles where you face off against a wave of enemies, followed by a boss fight. Once complete, you proceed to a rest tile, where you can choose how and what you upgrade before continuing your quest for blood. In the prologue, there are 3 zones: the Bamboo Grove, Waterfall Caves, and the Port City, with many more planned in full release. These are all designed beautifully and are accompanied by their own music and unique atmosphere. My experience with the prologue had me die 2 or 3 times before I was able to defeat the boss of the port city called Ume the Unrelenting, by using a mix of traps and ranged attacks. After which I was sent back to my grove, where I am still sharpening my blades, readying for the day I can take on the Shogun. Overall, this new tactics roguelike is incredibly fun, fast-paced, and challenging, and I highly recommend to those of you who enjoy these types of games, like Backpack Hero or Slay the Spire, to try this one out even though it's mechanically different. For context, like Backpack Hero, this was developed and then playable in a web browser as a free game, and the art design has changed drastically over its life cycle. This is what the game looked like in version 0.2. The game has come a long way, and with a single person acting as the game's coder and art designer, I am thoroughly impressed at how Shogun Showdown is looking prior to full release. Shout out to Robotino, who developed this game. Those of you watching, show some love to this indie developer by playing the prologue and wishlisting the real game on Steam. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more indie content in your feed. I'm pretty new to YouTube, so every little bit helps. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Beautiful dream.